woes for the cheaters website ashleymadison.com with class action lawsuits now filed. The class action suit was filed jointly by two firms, one in Windsor, the other in Toronto. The suit alleges thousands of Canadians had their privacy breached when the adultery website was hacked in July. This week, the personal data of 32 million users was leaked, including email and home addresses and message histories. Ted Charney is with us now in studio. He's a senior partner at Charney Lawyers in Toronto, one of the firms handling the class action. So, Ted, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Talk to us a little bit about the class action, because we have at least one name on the list right now. Talk to us about what you can tell us at this point.
Well, the way the class actions work is that as long as one person comes forward to be the representative plaintiff, then if the case gets certified, then everyone else who would be within the class gets to participate in the case and would recover compensation if the case goes to trial or is settled. So thankfully, Elliot has come forward to be the face of the case, and so the next step for us is to apply to court to seek an order certifying the case as a class action.
Talk to us a little bit about Elliot Shore, because people hear ashleymadison.com and they think it's somebody who's married, is cheating on their wife, cheating on their husband. Elliot has a different story to that.
That's precisely why he wanted to be the face for this case, because his information was leaked, and his concern was that his family and friends would immediately come to the conclusion that he fell into that category, when in fact he does not fall into that category. Okay. He lost his wife to breast cancer last year, and he decided to try the website for dating purposes. Never actually met anybody, was only on it a few times, forgot all about it until his data was leaked. And so he wanted the world to know that he has a different story to tell. And in fact, we've received numerous calls involving people that were single that were on the site and considered it to be a single dating site, not necessarily an adultery site. And in fact, there's all sorts of different stories about how that site was used.
How many calls are you getting in terms of people wanting to add their name, whether publicly or not at this point, to this class action?
Phone hasn't stopped since the data dump 2 days ago. And everybody has a different story. People are very concerned about the breach of privacy. They're worried about how it's going to affect them at work, how it's going to affect them at home. All sorts of people are trying to find out who was on the site, and if they discover someone that they know, they're tweeting it to their friends. Look who I found on the site. So it's a very, very significant issue. We've also had examples now of people who are being threatened with blackmail, where they're getting emails from people who are asking them for money, and if they don't pay up, they're going to release their information.
We are hearing that there were some 30+ million users to this site. Do you know how many Canadians were affected?
It's impossible to tell for sure, but at this stage we know there's at least 300,000.
Okay, and what is potentially the problem that could happen to these people? What are the damages that could result out of this breach?
Well, like any privacy breach, the fact that you've been exposed as being part of this website has its own stigma. And the extent of that stigma depends on your family situation and your employment situation. But there's no doubt that by the information that's been disclosed, people are capable of being identified.
And Ted, you mentioned that Elliot's name he's now in many ways the name, the face connected to this.
Yes.
What happens from here?
Well, we have to apply to court and ask a judge to certify the case as a class action. We've done the same thing in a number of privacy class actions, and we've been successful, and we're confident that this case will be certified.
Ted Charney, senior partner at Charney Lawyers in Toronto. Thank you so much, Ted. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Amanda.